Hi there, mamas. Welcome to the Intuitive Divorce Podcast. I'm Kristen Noel, certified divorce coach and creator of the Best Self Intuitive Divorce, a game-changing program that transforms the experience and outcomes of divorce, one mother at a time. I call it Divorcing Differently. I'm here each week bringing you a quick message to support, inspire, and empower you to achieve the outcomes you want for yourself and your kids. So, let's dive into today's episode. Hey mamas, while recently watching an episode of the drama series The Sopranos, I was haunted by a scene that I had to write about here with you. It cut to the core of self-sacrifice in the name of motherhood and marriage, and how that can result in self-abandonment, and how self-abandonment can leave us not recognizing who we become. That's what I want to talk to you about today. I'm calling this conversation, What Will You Be Left With? My son recently got me back into rewatching, or should I say binge watching, the 1999 to 2007 drama series, The Sopranos. If you aren't familiar with it, it's like watching The Godfather on steroids. And though I originally watched it in real time when it first came out, shockingly, aside from a few details and recognizing characters, it's like I'm watching it again for the first time. Maybe it's also because I see it and life through a new lens at this point in my life. So, what does that have to do with divorce? Well, spoiler alert if you plan on watching and haven't seen it before. Of course, this time around, I focused right in on Carmela Soprano's story, especially when she finally kicked her philandering husband to the curb. Aside from her husband being the literal crime family boss, so no one tells him what to do, she was also deeply religious and dedicated to her Catholic faith and family. Divorce, not an option. And did I mention that she had dedicated herself to her home and family for decades? There's this scene that haunts me where she returns to her mammoth house and stands in the foyer scanning the beautiful home before her, staring into the present silence where there was once a family, hustle, bustle, activity, and life. Now, with one kid in college, the other defiant high schooler almost out of the house, and her husband gone, the aloneness was palpable. In that moment, it was as if she was doing a life review and somehow saying, or maybe asking, all of this? And now what? Who am I? What am I left with? What am I supposed to do now? Life was a mere shell of what it once was. And as she stood there in silhouette, she looked empty, alone, abandoned, like she had lost pieces of herself along the way until the present version of herself was almost unrecognizable. Pretty much all of us empty nesters know that feeling, but toss in a divorce on top and you've been whacked with a double whammy. But at the end of the day, who abandoned who? That's the million-dollar question. And honestly, the worst abandonment is that of self. We've all been there. We've all self-sacrificed for our marriages, our families, our jobs, etc. Ultimately, though, no one wins in that scenario. This story is as old as they come. Women who sacrifice themselves, their needs, desires, wants, dreams, etc., in lieu of everyone else's. But then what? What are you left with? Who are you in that new scenario? Likely someone who's broken, angry, feeling victimized. You, me, Carmela Soprano, divorce, emotional healing, and transformation. You stand at a crossroads, mama. And sure, you may have regrets, we all do, but don't get consumed by them. Don't let them take you down. Use them. Allow them to become the roadmap to the future. Take what feeds you and disregard the rest. Find a new way of moving through the world, one in which you can nurture yourself and still show up for the people and things that are important to you. You don't want to wake up one day so detached from yourself that you don't even know how to find your way back. And you don't want to model this for your kids. You know, we can still show up as loving human beings, caretaking and mothering without losing ourselves in our lives and our divorces. And if this is where you find yourself right now, that's okay. It just means that you're ready to shift and that the old ways are no longer working for you. And if you don't know what step to take next, that's okay too, because this is what I do every day. I walk beside women who are reclaiming the pieces and parts of themselves that they abandoned in the name of motherhood and marriage. They're writing new chapters and stepping into new versions of themselves. They are divorcing differently and saving time, money, and heartache in the process. They're blossoming and becoming. Is that you? Are you ready to shift? If so, check out my free intuitive divorce workshop and take the first step. Thanks for listening to today's episode, but more importantly, for making this time for yourself. If you're a professional, independent mother facing off with divorce, struggling with your emotions, worried about your kids and your future, and want a better way to navigate it all, I've got 2 ways to completely change the trajectory of your divorce and your life starting today. The first is our free divorce workshop. In this training, you'll learn the 3 steps to get off the emotional roller coaster and take control of your divorce so you can save time, money, and heartache for you and your family. Simply go to intuitivedivorce.com/workshop. And the second way is to book a free strategy call with our team, where we'll dive into your situation, your struggles, what you really want, and outline a path to get you there. For a short video and the booking link, go to intuitivedivorce.com/call. Check it out, and I'll see you inside.